Hello guys, teacher. I'm gonna tell you a brief history of Carl Friendrich Gauss and the principle Pareto. So now let's begin our presentation. Okay, my agendas consists of two parts. First one of Carl Friendrich Gauss and the principle Pareto. Okay. This is Carl Friendrich Gauss. He was born 1777, 30 April, and he died 1855, 23rd February. Was a German mathematician and physicist who made significant contribution to many fields in mathematics and science, sometimes referred to as the Princeps Mathematicorum, Latin for the foremost of mathematicians, and the greatest mathematician since antiquity. Gauss had an exceptional influence in many fields of mathematics and science, and he is ranked among history's most influential mathematicians. And this is Gauss. And now we watch some his contribution to the world. And as you can see, he was the first mathematician to construct 17 sides heptadecagon using compass and strategy. And this is a regular 17-sided polygon which Gauss showed could be constructed geometrically. And you know his findings. And there are one story that, as the story goes, when Gauss was a young boy, the stern schoolmaster gave the following assignment. This assignment and teacher tell the pupils and write down all the whole numbers from 1 to 100 and add up their sum. The teacher's aim was to keep the kids quiet for half an hour, but young people almost immediately produced an answer. And remember that there have been no calculations in those days. In the şurada hikaye gitadi. Gauss bilan o'quvchilar. Xo'p, davom etamiz. His findings.
You should explain English.
You know his formula, arithmetic progression, Sn and 1 and n 2, and Gauss theory. Although he made a contribution to almost all fields of mathematics, mathematical numbers theory was always Gauss' favorite area, and he asserted that mathematics is the queen of the science. And the theory of numbers is the queen of mathematics. An example of how Gauss revolutionized number theory can be seen his work with complex numbers, combinations of real and imaginary numbers. And you know, this is Gauss. You know, his personality, this person was really intelligent and smart person in the, I think in the world. So let's I can read some his personalities. Gauss was an ardent perfectionist and hard worker. He was never a prolific writer, refusing to publish work which he didn't consider complete and above criticism. This was in keeping with his personal motto, pauca sed matura, and this meaning of few but ripe. His personal diaries indicate that he had made several important mathematical discoveries years or decades before his contemporaries published them. Scottish-American mathematician and writer Eric Temple Bell said that if Gauss had published all of his discoveries in timely manner, he would have advanced mathematics by 50 years. And though he did take in a few students, Gauss was known to dislike teaching. It says that he attended only a single scientific conference, which was in Berlin in 1929-30. several of his students became influential mathematicians, among them Richard Dedekind and Bernhard Riemann. And this is his tomb. And now we move on another agenda, yani, that Pareto principles. You know, there are some questions like that. What's the Pareto principle in simple definition? As you can see, the Pareto principle, also known as 80-20 rule, is theory of maintaining that 80% of the output from a given situation or systems is determined by 20% of the input. The principle does stipulate all the situations will demonstrate that prices ratio. It refers to a typical distribution. And this Pareto principles. It's important, and white one is not important. But result is important. 18% and not important is 20%. And why is Pareto principle useful? Because you know the Pareto principle is extremely useful for determining which areas to focus your efforts and resources on in order to achieve maximum efficiency. By utilizing the 80-20 rule, individual employees can prioritize their tasks so that they can focus on critical 20% that will produce 80% of the result. So, thank you for attention, and my dear Christmas and my teacher. So,
Thank you.